Welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, I've talked about the five kingdoms: plants, animals, fungi, protoctists, and prokaryotes. I've also mentioned that the first four kingdoms in this list can actually be grouped together as they are all eukaryotic organisms. In today's video, I'll be going into more details of the four kingdoms. Common features of eukaryotic organisms. First, I'll talk about the main features of animals. Animals are multicellular. These cells contain a nucleus with a distinct membrane. They feed on organic substances made by other living things. They often store carbohydrates as glycogen. They usually have a nervous coordination and are able to move from place to place. Remember that animal cells never contain a cellulose cell wall and there are no chloroplasts, and this is why they do not carry out photosynthesis. Basic structure of an animal cell. An animal cell has mitochondrion, or the plural mitochondria. They are the site of aerobic respiration, where energy is released in the form of ATP to enable or fuel cellular processes. Cytoplasm, a gel-like substance composed of water and dissolved cellulose. It supports internal cell structure and is the site of many chemical reactions, including anaerobic respiration. Ribosomes. They are the site of protein synthesis. Cell membrane hold the cell together, separating the inside of the cell from the outside. It also controls which substances can enter and leave the cell. Nucleus contains the genetic material of and control the activities of the cell. These five structures are found in both plants and animal cells. Apart from the five structures, plant cells also contain chloroplast, cell wall, and a permanent vacuole in addition. Chloroplast contains chlorophyll pigments to absorb light energy and to carry out the processes of photosynthesis. The vacuole contains cell sap. They are used for storage of certain materials. It also helps support the shape of the cell. The cell wall in plants are made up of cellulose. It gives the cell extra support, defining its shape. The main features of plants. Plants are multicellular. These cells contain a nucleus with a distinct membrane. These cells have a cell wall made up of cellulose. These cells contain chloroplasts so they can carry out photosynthesis. They feed by photosynthesis. They store carbohydrate as starch or sucrose. And they do not have nervous coordination. We'll talk about the main features of fungi. Here is a basic fungal structure. They are usually multicellular, but some are single-cell. Example: yeast. These cells contain a nucleus with a distinct membrane. These cells have cell walls made up of chitin. These cells do not contain chloroplasts, and some fungi store carbohydrate as glycogen too. They do not have nervous coordination. Examples of fungi include molds, mushrooms, and yeast. Here is a typical structure of a multicellular fungus. Example: mucor or bread mold. Multicellular fungi are mainly made up of thread-like structures known as hyphae that contain many nuclei and are organized into a network known as mycelium. They feed by secreting extracellular digestive enzymes onto the food and then absorbing the digested molecules. This method of feeding is known as saprotrophic nutrition. Some fungi are parasitic and feed on living materials. Protoctists. Protoctists are mainly microscopic and single-celled, but some aggregate group together into larger forms. These cells contain a nucleus with a distinct membrane. Some have features making them more like an animal, example Plasmodium, the protoctist that causes malaria. Some have features such as cell walls and chloroplasts, making them more like plants, example green algae. This means some protoctists photosynthesize and some feed on organic substances made by other living things. They do not have nervous coordination. Examples of protoctists include amoeba, paramecium, plasmodium. Note: you need to be able to recognize, draw, and interpret images of cells, so practice drawing and labeling fungal cells and protoctist cells as part of your revision. Also, do not forget to learn the main features of each eukaryotic cell. Thank you.